John, Prigozhin, in his first message since all this went down, said that he wanted to avoid Russian bloodshed and that he marched in a demonstration of protest, not to overturn power in the country. Does the U.S. buy that?
We're not taking a position on Mr. Prigozhin's motivations.
Okay. And then secondly, has the U.S. been able to corroborate the allegations that Prigozhin made that he says were the pretext for this attempted insurrection? He said that 30 Wagner fighters died after a Russian military attack on their position on Friday.
Cannot confirm those reports.
And then lastly, do you have any, I know you've said that you have no idea where Prigozhin is right now, is that correct?
That's correct.
What's your sense of where this goes? Do you believe that this is over now, that his attempted insurrection failed, it's not going to restart again, or are you still monitoring for the possibility that Wagner fighters might attempt something like this again?
We don't know. We don't know where this goes, or whether this is really the end, which is why we are going to continue to monitor it, and why the president is still getting routinely updated and will in the coming days.
And very quickly, do you have any sense of whether Ukraine was able to take advantage of this chaos over the weekend?
I'm not sure what you mean by take advantage of it.
Take advantage from a military standpoint in terms of their offensive in the east of Ukraine.
Again, I would let the Ukrainians speak to their military operations. All I would say, and it's why I wanted to put it right up top when I started here, is that there's a lot of fighting going on in the east and south of Ukraine. They are still trying to get the territory back from the Russians, and they are still inflicting and taking casualties. So the fight goes on. Now, how much and to what degree, in any given area, that fighting was adjusted or changed, slowed down, or sped up as a result of the weekend, I just couldn't speak to it. Certainly nothing discernible from our perspective, but again, the Ukrainians would have to speak to their operations.
Earlier today, the president said that he and allies had talked about planning for several different scenarios over the course of the weekend. Could you speak to some of those scenarios?
No.
And he and President Zelensky have communicated yesterday. Have they spoken today? Can you give us a sense of their conversations?
There's not been another conversation with President Zelensky since the one that we've already read out to you that occurred yesterday. But as you heard the president say, he does expect to be speaking again with President Zelensky very, very soon. And of course, we'll read that out to you when it happens, as we always do.